Assalamu alaikum and good day. I am Sarah Osmani, and I welcome you to today's news roundup from zeernews24. Today is Monday, the 16th of Saratan 1404 in the Afghan calendar, corresponding to July 7th, 2025. Here are the top national and international headlines. UN General Assembly meeting on Afghanistan. The UN General Assembly is scheduled to hold a session today to discuss the situation in Afghanistan. UNAMA has said that the UN General Assembly will hold the meeting on Afghanistan's situation today, which will begin at 6:30 p.m. Kabul time. UNAMA added that in this meeting, the UN Secretary General will present his report on Afghanistan. Hunger crisis in Afghanistan. The World Food Programme, WFP, has reported that nearly 10 million Afghans are facing hunger this summer. But due to a severe reduction in aid, it can only assist 1 million people. The report states that this summer, WFP provides emergency food aid every month to those 1 million people in areas where hunger levels are highest, and natural disasters like drought and floods have had the most impact. The program adds that this temporary aid is not enough, and it will result in more people facing severe food insecurity. Kabul at risk of running out of water. A new report warns that Kabul, with an estimated population of nearly 7 million, could face a severe water shortage within the next 5 years. The Mercy Corps report states that the city's groundwater levels have dropped by 25 to 30 meters over the past decade, and water extraction has exceeded natural recharge by 44 million cubic meters. If this trend continues, Kabul will face a severe water crisis by 2030, and about 3 million people will be displaced. The report adds that nearly half of the deep wells are dry, and about 80% of the water is contaminated. Experts say this crisis is the result of climate change, government failures, and population growth. Previously, another international organization called Helping Orphans reported that Kabul's water level has dropped by over 40 meters, and water is depleting day by day. Officials of the Islamic Emirate have said that a pipeline will be brought from the Panjshir River to Kabul to solve this problem, but observers say hundreds of millions of dollars in funding are needed to complete this project. Doctors Without Borders warns of health service shortages. Doctors Without Borders has expressed concern over the shortage of health services and staff in hospitals, stating that hospitals are under great pressure, and children's illnesses have increased. The report highlights problems in hospitals in Helmand, Balkh, and Herat provinces, stating that the children's ward of Bost Hospital in Helmand is full of patients, with 17 waiting for beds, but there is no space. In April alone, 13,738 children under the age of 5 were brought to the emergency department of Bost Hospital, the highest number since 2020. Children are brought in with serious illnesses such as respiratory problems, severe pneumonia, and malnutrition. The report states that health centers in Balkh also suffer from shortages of equipment, medicines, and staff. In Herat's regional hospital, an average of 1,300 children used to visit daily for treatment, but now this number has exceeded 2,000. The report adds that cases of malnutrition and serious illnesses are expected to increase further in July. UNHCR, over 1 million returnees causing humanitarian crisis. The UNHCR has reported that over 1 million returnees have created a humanitarian crisis. It said that these people are returning in very poor condition and face an uncertain future. The scale of return has created a humanitarian disaster. So far this year, more than 1.4 million people have returned to Afghanistan, including 1 million from Iran. From Pakistan, the number of returnees increased rapidly in April, with nearly 150,000 returning in that month alone. Since March 20th, more than 600,000 people have returned, including nearly 350,000 forcibly deported. Afghanistan does not have the capacity to absorb such a large number of returnees, resulting in increased humanitarian needs, rising unemployment, and worsened problems due to natural disasters. UNHCR says due to financial limitations and the rapid pace of returns, it cannot continue support beyond the planned weeks. Floods hit Nangarhar and Laghman. In Nangarhar and Laghman provinces, heavy rains and floods over the past 3 days have killed 3 people and injured 6 others. Yusuf Hamad, head of information and publications at the National Disaster Management Authority, said that many families have suffered financial and human losses. According to him, 8 houses have been completely destroyed, 363 houses partially damaged, and about 3,530 acres of farmland destroyed, causing severe economic losses. Yusuf Hamad added that emergency aid has been provided to affected families, and assessment and survey work for long-term assistance is ongoing. Railway boosts Afghanistan's trade. The Ministry of Finance reported that between Jawza 30 and Saratan 12, a large quantity of goods was transported via the railway system. According to the ministry, through the Hairatan port, over 1.2 million tons, through Akina port, nearly 130,000 tons, through Torkundi port, over 130,000 tons, and via Kaf Herat, over 160,000 tons of goods were moved. A total of nearly 1.6 million tons of oil, non-oil, and other materials imported and exported. Officials consider this progress, saying railway transport has eased trade processes. The ministry added that in the past 2 weeks, nearly 3,000 tons of exports were recorded, mostly dried fruits and pomegranate juice. Stay with us for international and sports news after a short break. Follow zeernews24 on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube.